Transformers 4 is an objectively awful film. It's terrible. It is clear everyone involved with it didn't want to be there. The characters are awful. The Autobots are barely even heroes. Ask anyone on the internet that has seen this film, and it is one of their least favorite movies ever. And it's so awful in every aspect that I just can't stop loving it. It is one of the funniest movies I have ever seen. The entire movie makes no sense on any level. The main villain is a robot whose head turns into a gun. Mark Wahlberg is speaking nonsense.
Sweetie, hand me my alien gun.
And Optimus Prime is being a lunatic once again. There are so many questionable depictions of culture and race, and there's a main character that is having an illegal relationship with an underage girl, and the movie just says, don't worry about it. No movie is this awful in every aspect, and that is why this movie is so funny. Now you might be asking, why do I like this movie more than any of the other Transformer movies? And well, I didn't grow up with any of the original ones. I watched them all years later. The first one is decent enough. It's actually an alright movie. And the only other movie I'd say is decent enough to be called a fun time is Bumblebee. The rest of them are just incomprehensible garbage, but none of them are as funny as Transformers 4 because it is so awful at every moment. It genuinely becomes the funniest movie in the entire franchise. The story just does not care about any of the previous movies or the fans or the characters. The movie starts out by wiping out all of the Autobots Order 66 style for no reason. They get this guy named Gunface and he just starts murdering them. Please, Gunface, don't kill my favorite character, Ratchet.
Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Then the first scene of Optimus, this loyal hero who's supposed to be the main character of these movies, his first line of this family is, "I'll kill you!" Then seconds later, the family gets swatted and Optimus Prime just starts murdering random CIA agents with no remorse and for no reason. It's just amazing. And the entire movie works on this bizarre sense of logic that nothing in the movie can make any sense at all. If it makes sense, the movie just removes it from the story. So after this crazy chase scene that happened after the house scene, Optimus gets the entire Autobot gang together and says, boys, we are now attacking a brand called KSI to get this relic or something. It doesn't matter. They then go into KSI's headquarters, murder thousands of people, probably inadvertently. Then they get verbally bullied by Stanley Tucci.
Transformers 4 is an irredeemable, convoluted mess.
What?
They realize the seed isn't there, and they decide, okay boys, time to bounce. So then they start driving. Then out of nowhere, Megatron shows up out of nowhere. Somehow he has been rebuilt and decides, you know what, it's time to kill Optimus again. Then out of nowhere, a giant ship shows up and Gunface is there, and he just kidnaps Optimus for no reason. What is happening? And the whole movie is like this. You're just watching a scene and then something completely out of the blue will happen. For example, later in the movie, Optimus escapes Gunface's ship and says, okay, now it's time for me to get dinosaur robots. Why? Why does Optimus need dinosaur robots? We're 4 movies in. Where have they been the entire time? And then you go, oh, whatever. Optimus just needs to get them for a reason. He'll probably be nice and try to get them to understand where he's coming from. Nope, that makes too much sense. He pulls out a sword on Grimlock, the T-Rex dinosaur, and says, join my side or I'll murder you in front of your friends. Man, what a beacon of hope Optimus is. Then him and the Autobots and all the dinosaurs just go trampling through Hong Kong for some reason. It's just hilarious. And what makes it even funnier is that they're supposed to be the good guys as they absolutely demolish Hong Kong. Hasn't Hong Kong been through enough? Then you got Optimus fighting Gunface at the end while murdering Kelsey Grammer for no reason. Stanley Tucci is in this movie. He's yelling while drinking a juice box. You got Bumblebee fighting this giant kaiju dinosaur thing while the city starts getting sucked up out of nowhere into Gunface's ship. We have no idea why Gunface is doing this. Then Megatron looks over the city that basically he started the war in and goes, nah, I'm out of here. Like, this movie was written in crayons. And if you watch this movie with friends, you will never laugh harder when watching a movie. Every decision makes no sense. Every choice they make is awful. It's just hilarious. And the best part, it's 3 hours long. How? Where did the time go? Then when the movie ends, you have Optimus Prime monologuing again, and then he just blasts off into space and you realize he didn't even get past Saturn. Okay, great. Thank you, Optimus. You're such a hero. Like, genuinely, this movie is so dumb, and it's just so funny. Now, this video might sound like I've lost my mind because this is a bad movie, and I know that, but watching this movie with friends makes it an excellent movie. I have never seen this movie outside the confines of watching it with friends, and if you have, I am sorry. If you had to watch this on your own, it would be a painful and lonely experience with you trying to watch it in silence and understand the pure stupidity that is happening on screen. But at home, with your friends, with a few Mountain Dews and a few Domino pizzas, Transformers 4 truly becomes a masterpiece of cinema. It's just one of those movies that is so bad it wraps around to being good. Now, are there better Transformer movies in this franchise? Yes, I would say there's probably 6 of them. But do any of them have Optimus saying every other line that he's gonna murder anyone who stands in his way? No. Transformers 4 is special in that way. You might hate it, but you gotta respect the movie because there'll never be another movie that will have a line like this.
'Cause I'm coming. I am coming.
Well, I stand corrected.